2018 GSL Season 3. This is Rockshear.
We're back at the GSL. It's time for Losira versus Neeb.
Yeah.
Neeb, an American.
That's
It's
right.
funny because just a little bit ago, I thought I heard someone say George Washington. I thought, that's kind of funny.
Our
Because
first
we have an
president.
American playing. That's the first American president. So, guys, I'm sure you guys at home, you probably baked an American apple pie to get ready to watch this match.
Actually, now that you say this,
Yeah.
isn't Neeb the first American to qualify for GSL since Hydra?
Hold on. Is that? Yeah, actually, I think that's true.
I believe that is true.
There he is, looking good in that red flannel. Red, one of the three colors on the American flag.
Blue
I think-
and white, the other
There
ones,
it
which
is.
he's wearing
got
now.
blue on. Yep.
In that red shirt. Right
Wow.
now. Somewhere M. Canning is smiling as he watches the great
right.
American hope.
All right, now everybody, before we start this game, we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance, okay? So everybody put your hand on your heart. Oh, wait, nope, the game's already starting. Okay, it's going to be on Acid Plant. This is a PVZ. The loser of this best of three is out of the GSL.
Match 1. Fight. Losira. Take Neeb.
Well, I pledge my allegiance to Neeb.
Oh, wow, guys, you can't see this right now, but a bald eagle just flew into the studio. It's perched right next to me right now. And I think that's a sign. I think that's a
And you know
sign
what?
of our American player.
I'm going to shoot it with my gun.
Yeah, that's right, because you're an American.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this, Neeb. All you Neeb.
All I need.
I see what he did there. Okay, so Neeb going with a fast expand.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how he plays it here. Dark is out of the group, so he doesn't need to hide a single thing. Just going to show his best PVZ. I'm sure that's exactly what we'll see.
I feel that Losira is a player that Neeb should be able to beat.
Yeah. All I got was a lousy 106 banelings. You know, I feel like Losira is the type of player that Double Stargate Phoenix would be really good against. This guy is very much into roaches, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to deal with harass that well.
I don't know if he'd be able to pull off that Corruptor type play, since it is very new and the edge. So we'll see where Neeb goes from here. It's getting Warp Gate. There's the Stargate. Right afterwards.
You think there's any chance he won't go for double Stargate just because he showed that earlier?
Well, it's, as of this moment, it's still considered a solid opening overall. Like Dark did Tula, and I did give that somewhat bold prediction that I think it might phase out as people get good at the Corruptor play, but I don't think that you need to not do it. There are ways to counter it, though, right? Like, for instance, if you just skip Roachmore and you do like a +1 melee circling opener, like the Phoenix player just like can't really take a third, you know? It gets very tough. They're not good against circlings. But, no, he could do it if he wants, for sure.
Yeah. Don't see a second Stargate just yet. We're still waiting. There's a third gateway going down, though.
Could just be like adept pressure.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it's looking like at the moment. This is also kind of safe as well to have three gates.
This is a well-rounded build here.
Yeah,
He's not doing anything that seems to be too extreme. Are we going to have anything else out of that Stargate? There it is. There's the Oracle coming.
Yeah. That's all pretty
this is-
standard. We'll see where he goes from there.
Conceptually, this is similar to what we see in TVZ as well, where that Viking comes out and starts to chase away the Overlords.
All right. It's like just some drones being made, some Lings walking out on the map.
Okay. The Oracle will come out here and try to get a few workers. I don't imagine this is going to be too incredibly impactful. It seems like what Neeb wants to do is set up and get a third base, and I think that's totally fine.
Phoenix taking a little bit of damage there. We'll back up. Spores are going to be finishing shortly. It is a second Oracle coming out as well. You don't see a Roach Horn yet, but he doesn't need one. It does look like it's 3 Gateway Adepts being made at the moment. So generally what you do is do like a 10 or 11 Adept push, but sometimes you move out a little bit quicker. It looks like he's poking with 2 right now.
Yeah, very modest play here from Neeb.
Yeah, the other one's going towards his third, so, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, 4 rounds of it, or 3 warping rounds of Adepts moving out with their initial Adepts. You can just, like, take and expand, but when you make this many that we see right now, it's like you kind of have to pressure. Can be held with Ling Queen. Especially if you have a couple Banelings or something, but his Roach Horn is on the way.
Yeah, and when you do a build like this, it's pretty much impossible for the Zerg to try to shut down your third base. So he's going to come up here. He has the 2 Oracles. The Adepts are coming forward. A good pickup here. Meanwhile, the other Queen gets taken out. Beautifully done. This expansion completely exposed.
Oh, yeah, a lot of damage already being dealt. Look at this. The Oracle's really helping out a lot as well, putting a ton of damage onto these Queens. And look at this, he shades, and this just forces the Lings to go over there, and then he cancels. It's a very good move, and he's gotten already a lot of drones at third.
And these Lings are no match for the Oracles when they're on top like this.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a kind of supposed to be a bit of a poke here, but this is doing so much damage, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we'll see how many drones it ends up getting total, right? Because so far it's like 5, 6, 7, 8. It's getting big. It's getting really big. It's out of control.
Yeah, now we're up to 16 kills as Losira is getting completely ripped apart here by Neeb, who, by the way, now has his third Nexus done, has probes over there. I mean, Neeb is playing a near-perfect game. It's 48 supply to 81. Neeb is almost double his opponent. There's a probe coming here for some reason I can't explain.
Yeah, that's a... Can't explain that one. He wants to build a Nexus, but he realizes there's creep here, so he can't.
Okay. That third Nexus is all set up. We're going into the Templar Archives. We're getting Zealot legs, as well as Immortals. Neeb is going to be setting up. And I think it might actually be impossible for Losira to actually get a 4th base here. He's lost too many workers, right?
Yeah, he's just making Roaches right now. But, like, the Roaches, I guess you have to make them, but Losira is so far behind right now. Okay, the Queens are coming off creep, so this means he's just going to go all in, and you can't blame him for this.
Oh, no, I think this is probably a better move than trying to adjust and go back into a super long game.
You can't play a macro game from here. So just Ravager Queen Roach is the name of the game here. And this is it. He's just all in. This will either kill Neeb or Losira will leave the game.
Okay, he's got a lot of those Ravagers. And the Lings are going to come in right behind this, but Neeb is looking set up pretty well, man.
Yeah. This is so incredibly hard to break. He's even got his stasis ward set up. He's setting up some shield batteries, no doubt.
Yeah, and Neeb knows there's just only a matter of time, really. If he holds this, he wins the game. I don't think he can get in there, Artosis. This is not looking good.
No, this is looking really bad right now. He's killing off multiple Ravagers. Looks like a few transfusions go through, but he will run out of that eventually. Yeah,
this Immortal doing a lot of damage. Stasis ward is set off. There's 2 more Immortals coming over here onto the right.
Shield battery doing huge work as well. The 3 Immortals up on the high ground. Oh my gosh.
Of course, the Queens can't run away when they're not on creep. And not only does Neeb win this fight, he can chase them all the way back home. GG, game 1 goes to Neeb.
Yeah, very one-sided right there. Sarah not looking too happy with that result.
You know, I'm feeling, it's kind of funny. I don't know how to describe it, Artosis. I'm feeling a little bit free?
Free?
A little bit of freedom?
Huh.
That's funny, because that's an American value, Artosis.
An American value, you say?
Coincidence?
I don't know. I think Neeb just brings an aura of freedom around with him.
I'm feeling some hot dogs right now. How about you, Artosis? I'll get you a nice little vegetarian hot dog.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Wow. Now, guys, I know that you're cheering, you're waving your American flags around at home, okay? But remember, the flag cannot touch the ground, and you need to fold it up into that little triangle formation, okay?
That's the right way to do
That's the right way to do it.
That respect. Dreamcatcher. Our next map.
That's right.
Of course, Dreamcatcher, an American invention as well.
That's right.
The Native Americans.
The Native Americans.
Caught them bad dreams.
And they really work, okay? They really work. All right, guys, let's go to game 2 on Dreamcatcher.
Match 2, fight.
You know, I'll say it in a minute. Hold on.
What?
Losira. Take Neeb.
You know, I'm pretty confident that Neeb is not planning on dropping any more maps.
I don't think so.
But map 3, if we were to go there, lost and found, another American invention.
That's
Sometimes
right.
Americans lose things, so other Americans find them
Yeah.
and put them into a centralized location.
Wow.
So that you can go and retrieve them.
Yeah.
You
Over
should
here
have
with
seen. I heard that back in time before America, like in Europe, people would lose things, they'd just be gone forever.
It'll be forever, for sure.
Forever.
That's crazy, yeah.
Other people find them, they're like, well, I don't know, and they throw it in the river. Like, this isn't my iPhone, it just gets thrown in the river, man. That's it. It's just at the bottom of the river.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what else is a great American invention?
What?
StarCraft.
That's true. It's
That's
a great
right,
one. StarCraft is as American as apple pie.
That's
as
right.
they say. You know another great one?
What?
Tasteless.
That's true.
Actually, you were born in
I was
France.
actually
Get
born
out
in
of here.
France. I'm a fraud here.
You can't even be proud of me.
I know. I'm not even supposed to be allowed to cast this right now. So let's see. Let's see what Losira can do. I do feel this is a bit of a mismatch, though.
It could be. A lot of damage dealt by those adepts. It's not a very complicated build or attack that Neeb did. It seems like if you attack Losira early on, he just loses lots of drones. It's like kind of his MO. Saw that with Alive as well.
He
Well, it's
has
like,
really
hey, here's some
rocky
Hellbats.
starts.
He's like, okay, my drones are all dead. And then Neeb's like, hey, here's some adepts. He's like, okay, my drones are all dead.
Yeah.
Huh. I feel like that might be a hole that he wants to look into before next GSL season.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to deal that well with harass. I'm wondering if when he's playing at home, it goes a lot more smoothly.
Maybe. The thing is, he's been in a GSL finals. Like, he's beaten plenty of good opponents in the past. I don't know. I think it's just like a general weakness of his that it doesn't seem like he pays a ton of attention to fixing. I think, you know, sometimes people get frustrated with certain parts of their game and just like are like, yeah, well, he got in. What can I do? You know, and then it's like they just like, well, you know, sometimes Protoss just kills your drones. You can't always stop it. And it's like, well, I don't know if this is the best attitude. In fact, I don't even know if this is a Losira's attitude, but I do continue to realize it. When he gets attacked heavily early on, he loses his drones.
Oh my god, that adept is still alive.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Oh, no, the drones just are not dying this time.
Finish what I started. Oh my god, it keeps on living. Wow.
Citizen's arrest there.
Yeah, no kidding. Actually holds off those lings. Nice control here by Neeb. And Oracle's on the way. Now, there could be more drone kills coming up here.
Yeah, there could be.
Notice that Neeb is pretty much doing the same thing he did last time. Although, was there a Phoenix to open?
It seems to me that he has opened with Oracle instead of Phoenix
never
this
mind.
time.
Not the same thing. I stand corrected.
So the Phoenix afterwards maybe just wants to keep the pressure on because you did a pretty good job with the initial adepts.
Yeah, maybe even seeing that he's making some drones run around, says, okay, I can get an Oracle out here pretty fast and maybe do some decent damage.
The map is long, though. And the spores are ready. Oracle has to turn around. It's also a little bit safer to go Oracle first. The Phoenix first is to block what you're doing from your opponent's vision by killing Overlords. And the Oracle first off, you can fly it through common travel paths, but also it's going to gain energy for longer. The Phoenix generally will kill at least one Overlord on your side of the map before going over there, so even the Scout is later with that. So I think that could have part of it as well, where Neeb's just looking at this and saying, okay, how do I make sure I stay alive?
Yep, Neeb's taking that third base, which is very safe to do with this style. Okay, coming over here, getting a few more drones. Looks like 3 is going to be the number. Not bad. The Oracle is bruised.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, what's going on over here? Some Lings come inside the main. Now, this isn't enough to really do any damage, but Losira does have a very good idea now of how exactly Neeb is developing economically.
Robo coming up right now for Neeb. Rochwarn finishing over on Losira's side. He's actually making a big chunk of Lings right now. Quite a few Adepts. Looks like he's going to go for that attack once again.
Well, I think if it worked in the first game, I mean, Neeb's control is pretty good, but also it seemed like Losira completely and totally crumbled to this. So a little tag there by those Oracles. And the Adepts are coming up. And there's 18 more Lings coming, so certainly Neeb should be ready for this attack.
Oh, he's way more ready this time, Losira is. Look at that. The Lings go back and chase, and that is...
This is a good shade onto the ramp here. These Lings can't quite get good surface area. However, they're not killing any drones, and that's a problem. You don't want to trade Adepts for Lings. That's not...
Yeah, that's not why you
good.
made them.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And so now he's spent a lot of Adepts there, and he didn't find the drone kills. So that's a nice thing for Losira, who is making quite a few Roaches now.
Now getting into Mortal as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure, though, with a Phoenix and 2 Oracles left over, it doesn't seem to me that an attack... Okay, he's actually going for the Queen Roach Ravager attack once again.
Here we go.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
The Groundhog's Day cast. By the way, another American holiday. Just want to point that out from a great American movie.
That's true. It is a great movie.
It is a great movie.
You know, I got to say though, it's something that has a lot more potential than in the previous game.
Well, he definitely has a better shot, but you could see already that he's bought some time.
He dropped the Roach on the rocks. He lifted it up so it couldn't get out, and then he dropped it when the rocks were done.
That was pretty sick, man.
That was Neeb with his shirt off with an 8-pack, picking a nerd up over his head and throwing him onto rocks below, down on the cliff.
Okay, here we go. Ravagers are coming up. Ooh, gets a good hit on some of those probes.
Ooh.
Ouch, 6 kills.
Yeah, very nice. Losira coming in with a very fearsome push.
Could Neeb fall here?
There's definitely a possibility. Where are the Queens? The Oracles can actually start to get something done.
Big connection there as well. This is a lot of Lings and Ravagers.
Yeah, Neeb's defense is not doing that well this game.
Well, there's batteries over here, but they're not quite close to where the Nexus is.
And look at where that Robo is. Like, the Robo is going to die, I would say. I'd be pretty surprised if he doesn't just pick this off.
Okay, the Queens are coming forward here. Zerg is committed. The Oracle goes down. Did Neeb choke this time around? I mean, those batteries are just not in a good location.
Well, it seems like, Losira, he's done the same attack twice. Last game, he took so much damage that it was like, well, I mean, do whatever, right? Because this is so tough. But this game...
Oh, my God.
This is a very good counter.
Yeah. He's doing it. I mean, no more Robo for now.
Turns out if you don't kill all of Losira's stuff right off the bat, if you don't kill all his drones, it's pretty fearsome.
Again, the Ling count is beginning to slim down.
Yeah.
These Immortals need to keep doing a lot of damage to these Ravagers.
And they are. Eventually, he is running out of transfusion energy a little bit. And that's a lot of shield batteries, but Neeb did lose his third base. Now, what is Losira doing behind this is a big question for me.
Yeah, that is a good point, because you can keep trying to push in here, but I mean, Neeb is eventually going to hold this all off. I mean, you have all these Queens on the other side of the map. You're still on 3 bases. Neeb is still expanding here. I mean, this is not a game where Zerg basically continues to develop steadily, right? I mean, you've committed so much. That's why the attack is so strong.
Well, it looks like he's got his layer up, and he's going into Spire, which is actually really cool, right? Because you're playing against this type of push, you're going to make a lot of Immortals and charge lots and try to get things done. Wow, good force fields here as well.
Okay.
Can't do much to stop that. Those Queens are going to go down.
Yeah, that's one of the things about when you do attacks like that. The Queens never get back home. I mean, you've committed so much. So Neeb's got his third base up now. Losira is taking a fourth.
And I like Losira's tech route, to be honest. He's done a good job with this attack, and to go into Spire, that gives him some real potential this game. There it is.
Artosis would never lie to you guys. But Neeb is going to push out. Now, we've mostly been following that attack over there, but I mean, 3 Immortals is nothing to sneeze at. He's got a decent amount of Archons. He's got a Warp Prism coming up here. Got to be careful when you have the Ravager like that you don't... Okay, nicely done.
Yeah, very quickly taking that down. Neeb will just walk around.
Now you want to watch out with that Warp Prism. Ravagers can't just shoot that right out of the sky if you're not careful, so he needs to have a safe warping zone. It looks like he set that up right now. This is a small bottleneck that Neeb's going to try to squeeze through.
Yeah, he has a good amount of force field, so this definitely can be scary. The Spire's done, but he's having to make roaches because he's afraid.
Okay, so far, good control here by Neeb.
Yeah.
He needs to keep those Immortals alive for as long as possible. A lot of those Corrosive Vials not quite connecting with their desired targets.
Some of them are hitting occasionally, though. Definitely helpful.
Good warping as he's pushed this back. The drones are being pulled.
And the charge lots come out and start to do some damage. Good drone micro here from Losira, really messing up the AI here of the Zealots. Oh my god,
I think Neeb did it. This is actually just too much. The angling is just too good.
Oh, man.
All these Immortals, they have so much HP. Good juggling here, moving that Archon in and out of the Warp Prism. Really optimizing the damage that he can do there. And Roaches and Raptors. Yeah, it's so low, but it's still there. I mean, he's still get a few shots off here and there.
And finally it does get picked off. More and more units coming out. 12 drones have died, and these 3 Immortals still at high health. Another round of Zealots.
GG.
Wow.
America. The Statue of Liberty
just
had
towards Korea.
A happy tear, yeah. Gave it a little wink.
So Neeb advances to the final match, taking out Losira 2-0. Has to go up against Alive next.
He's looking great. He's totally recovered from that bumpy game he had against Dark, and that's the end of Losira's story for this season, Season 3 of the GSL.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of more of the same. It's been a while since we've had a deep, strong run from Losira. And there definitely are a few issues here and there in his play. The thing is, he's still one of the better players out there. He always makes it into Code S, it seems. He's been, how many Code S's has he been? 12, 13, something like that?
A lot. We're going to go to a break. We come back, the final match of the day, Neeb versus Alive.